so we're here with Mr. Ian Somerhalder. I am so excited to have you here, because can I tell you something? Your show is still good, and I actually just want to thank you on behalf of television fans. No sophomore slump, no downhill for Vampire Diaries.
I thought it got better in your sophomore year. You started to get...
But a lot of shows can't hold it together in the second year. Amazing this season.
Thank you. Well,
like, really good TV. So high five, way to go.
Thank you.
Are you feeling good about the show?
I am.
Yeah.
Especially after what you just said. Now I actually like the show.
You hadn't heard that anybody likes it? It's news to you.
Look,
we're breaking the news here, people.
We're really lucky that it hasn't slumped.
Yeah.
I'm not guaranteeing it won't, but it hasn't yet. No, look, this thing is cranking, and we're having a blast, and, it could be worse.
It could be a lot worse, yes. No, I mean, the fans are loving it. The CW apparently loves it so much that they've asked Kevin Williamson and Julia Plec to work on a companion show for you guys.
I know. What are they thinking?
I know. Well, you're going to have to be on that one as well. I hope you don't mind. I know you're working like around the clock now.
Yeah, we're going to... Well, actually, Julie and Kevin are in Atlanta now. I think they're there for a while, which is good. I mean, I know that they're writing and developing their other show,
right.
But at least they're there. So if we have a question, you can just knock on their door as opposed to make a phone call or email.
Which is nice.
Which I love is that they're actually in the Vampire Diaries production office writing their new show. What?
If I don't get you to talk about Damon and Elena in this interview, I'm actually afraid for my life, for the life of my unborn child. The fans
are deeply...
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Did you think I'm so glad you told me. That's awesome.
Did you think it was just bloat? Like, man, I really had...
I'm joking. By the way, congratulations. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. Yeah,
That's
I mean, we
awesome.
were talking earlier. I broke the news that it is Ian's baby, so...
I figured
congratulations.
that. Comic-Con.
It's a little awkward to find out 7 months in, but, you know.
It's better than 7 years.
So the fans are obsessed with Damon and Elena. You're aware of this, yes? They want them together. They want things to happen. What can you tell me? Are you rooting for them personally? Would you like to see more of them together?
I would like to see Elena smile, maybe a little more.
She does need to smile.
Yeah, she needs a good joke. But regarding whether or not, I've heard things, but Damon may or may not have tried to kill her brother. He may or may not have sort of ruined her life in 9 Ways to Sunday. So I don't know. I think there's a serious uphill battle that Damon would have to trudge up to make that happen.
But he's hot. Ian, hello. That trumps everything. I know you killed my brother, but I mean...
That's what I said.
Have you seen the guy?
That's what I said.
Have you seen how Damon looks?
I have to see him every day.
Clearly she's going to have to go for him.
We will see. I mean, if she's crazy enough, I always just said, why can't he just rip the, she wears that stupid little necklace that prevents Damon from getting what he wants. Why don't you just rip it off and then he can do whatever he wants?
And can he? Did you get any answer to that?
He had the opportunity to, and he passed on it.
Because there's some good in him deep down, we think, maybe?
Maybe. That's what I've heard.
Okay, well, last we've seen, Stefan is now in the cave with Katherine. Nice move for Damon and Elena fans because she's stuck with you.
Yeah, no, he's in there.
And then they showed us in the promo that Stefan and Katherine will be making out.
Oh, yeah. There's some really interesting scenes, some stuff that happens in that cave that we all read and we went, oh, whoa, this is HBO.
What's your take on cave sex? Are you a fan?
I am. Mm-hmm. Back, in like 15 lifetimes ago, back in the turn of the first millennium,
yes,
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now
everyone goes through that phase.
Now the caves are just dangerous, as we saw. There were guys who were down there for 60 days or something.
I'm just happy to see the CW taking on, bringing back cave sex. I think that's an important issue to tackle, yes.
I think it's a good idea, but after cave sex, one must make cave drawings.
I mean, naturally. That's going to have to be a whole episode
should be a whole depiction of the story and how it happened, and seriously.
You're going to be here for hours, right? Because I just like talking to you so much. You're not going anywhere, by the way.
I'm not.
You don't need to go back and shoot anything, do you?
No, not for another day and a half.
Okay, well, I got nothing but time. I'm just incubating. So I would also love to talk about your foundation, which you just started.
Yes,
What can you tell us about that? Starting.
It's a really, really cool thing. It's I'm launching it on my birthday, which is in 2 days.
Happy birthday.
I'm getting old. I love it. It's better. Thank you.
You're finally 21, by the way.
I'm
Congratulations.
finally 21.
You can drink.
And I'm just asking. Basically, this thing is it's focusing on several main parts, but basically the environment and Earth and its creatures, whether it's the 2-legged creatures, the 4-legged creatures, the 50-legged creatures. And the biodiversity in the environments in which we live in. And it's a huge collaborative spirit and giant educational tools working globally and really about educating youth now for tomorrow. It's going to be awesome because after this whole BP thing, man, I realized, wait a minute, we have to do something. We have to do something. So no more talking, doing. And I'm going to launch this thing, and I'm just asking everyone to help me with it because it's going to be cool. And we get to do tons of things like big, national school contests and kids, and we get to do all of these great things because we'll have the the brain power and the resources to do it.
Very cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Is this something that you'd considered doing for a while? And then
it's something I've wanted to do since I ever knew what it was, what any kind of philanthropic foundation was years ago, before I could even say the word. And so it's I'm launching. I have a birthday page. It's isfoundation.com for right now, and it's just the birthday page where you can get involved, and we're gonna watch this thing grow. I'm so excited.
So this is your big birthday plan for this year. This is
is
how
my
you're
birthday
celebrating
plan.
your birthday. You're totally gonna
everyone,
and open a philanthropic foundation.
I know, that's what everyone was saying. They're saying, so what, man, are we gonna 32? We're gonna throw like a big club and have this stuff. What do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm thinking I'm gonna be on Twitter on my birthday with like a milkshake.
That's a big party right there, though.
It is.
It's a lot of people. You probably couldn't fit all those people in that club that they wanted to have. So there you go.
You know what? Yeah.
That would be quite the club.
That would be quite a club. There might be a lot of legality issues with ages and such, but
much easier on Twitter.
It takes a village.
Yes.
Or a Twitterverse.
So can you tease to anything that's coming up on the show? Are you allowed to tell us anything? Because I know there's a lot of
I can
secrecy.
tell you everything.
Oh, great. Please.
So
now we don't need to watch.
If you just turn that camera off, I'll unplug this,
talk
and we'll
for
have
hours.
a coffee, and we'll just talk for hours.
You have your scripts with you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere? Okay,
and all the
great.
outlines.
Yeah. The CW won't mind.
Cool things happening. Again, cave.
Yes.
Cave sex.
Awesome.
I was a little jealous. Come on. But the end-all, be-all of it is, yes, Stefan and Katherine are stuck in that tomb. And there are some big, bad dudes coming to Mystic Falls. And it's gonna shake things up. It's definitely going to shake up Damon and Stefan. And now, of course, Damon's alone now. His backup is stuck having cave sex, and so it's going to be a bit difficult for him. And some really odd alliances. That whole Damon and Alaric alliance, when that came out of the woodwork, you're sitting there thinking, really? There's another guy coming back to town that we've seen before who is going to make some sort of really odd strategic alliances with Damon. It's not going to be easy getting there, but it's a lot of fun, and he's a phenomenal actor, and we've just been having a blast, so it's going to be cool.
So tell me about Klaus, because I'm a little concerned that it seems that he is perhaps more powerful.
He's the most powerful.
He's the most powerful.
He's the guy you don't want to be in a room with.
Ever. So do you think that Damon is actually a little bit afraid of him?
Yeah, I think he's shaking.
We haven't seen that side of
Yeah.
Damon, really.
No, there's a big problem.
Yeah.
There's a big problem. There's an entire whole way you have to actually, excuse me, in order to kill these guys, there's just such a process, and you know how these processes go.
Yes.
It's just to get that close to some. It would be like it would be like you trying to come up and kill Damon with like a toothpick. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't work?
Really.
Even right in his really gorgeous eyes?
I'll tell you
Just
what,
right in?
you try it. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Probably not going to work.
Not going to work.
What do you think the chances are that the Damon and Elena fans will have something to be pleasantly surprised about before the season ends? Something. Anything.
Before the season ends?
This season.
Wow, well, we get our script about 2 days before we start shooting an episode.
And I'm sure they've written the entire season.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not the case. But, I've been asking and begging, give Damon some love.
Yeah.
Give Damon some love if it's not going to, that we're not going to stake in a couple of episodes. Give him something real and substantial. And the answer is usually this. That's literally what I get. So I'm sure if I'm on my good behavior, I show up to set and my wardrobe fittings and my ADR and everything on time, and I get all my work and my words right, maybe Damon will get to at least make out with Elena before season end, if he can rip off the thing.
I'm telling you, it's a good way to go.
It's a good way to go. It's the same thing in life. Men give women diamond rings. Instead of giving jewelry, Damon just takes the jewelry.
It would be
set.
It would be a special moment, I think.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, how are the Vampire Diaries fans toward you now? Like, when you see them out and about, because people don't just watch this show. They devour it.
Whoa.
And quite a few of them...
Is that a pun?
...are obsessed with it, yeah. And I think you experienced that with Lost as well, but I'm just curious.
Not on this... Not like this. The Lost fans were typically my age. And what's really cool is these kids... I say kids. These young...
Why, thank you. I watch Vampire Diaries, so apparently I'm a child.
This youth aspect are so excited about life and everything, and I've said this. I said, it's like the decibel level in which they can, they can explain to you how much they love the show is amazing, and it's a very different way to go about it.
Right.
And it's awesome because there's a certain vibration that comes with Scream that makes you sort of, it energizes you.
That explains the little bit of cotton I've seen in both of your ears.
Yeah.
You have to protect.
Well, I have ear damage now. Well, you screamed when I walk in the door.
I couldn't help it. It happens every time, I know, and I always say it's sort of a precursor to the interview. Your rep makes me sign something where I'm not going to scream this time.
Oh, really?
It comes over me.
It's all right.
It just happens.
So you're in breach of contract is basically what you're saying. Unsolved.
Other than that, I think the interview is going very well.
I do too.
I mean, now we can't air it, but other than that, I think it's fantastic.
But I will say this: these are the fans of this show on a completely different level have. It's just such an interaction that I've never thought possible. It's crazy. It's awesome, and again, it's just. It wouldn't happen without him, so this is a really cool... in this new age of technology and information and internet and stuff, it's like everybody's kind of on the same playing field. You're all in this sort of amalgamation of technology and cyberspace, and everyone's just sort of there. And the meet and greets and everything, when you see everything online and then you see it in front of you, is powerful. It's really, really cool.
I can only imagine, after seeing what my Twitter looked like this morning, what your reply section must look like on a daily basis, because I told people that I was going to be interviewing you and asked if they had any questions, and for the first time ever before interviewing someone, there weren't questions, there were instructions, and the instructions were, please just tell him that I love him. Please tell him he's amazing. Please just give him a hug. Please.
You guys are awesome.
It was just like they wanted me to give you this outpouring of love, which is really
so
cool.
See what I mean?
So you probably find a lot of positivity on Twitter, I'm guessing.
There's a lot.
Perhaps a few marriage proposals?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
For sure. But the problem is, here's the problem with those marriage proposals. I have to wait 5, 6, 10 years, be 18.
Right, yeah.
So
maybe, just further down the road, see if you click when they're, legal.
Yeah. No,
That's probably a smart way of going about it.
Yeah. But the marriage proposals are pretty awesome, and they're really how they elaborate and how specific they are really cool.
Twitter probably makes you feel good.
It's
that's
pretty.
all I'm going to say.
It's a pretty positive situation.
Because I felt good about talking to you after seeing my Twitter. I was like, wow, these girls would pretty much kill to be sitting next to you right now.
That's pretty awesome.
Suckers! Just kidding.
You're funny.
Well, I love talking
They said
to you,
you
as
aren't, but you
always. I
are.
think we're going to turn off the camera now so that
Oh,
you can
so
tell me
Okay,
what's
let's
going
do
to
it.
happen about the
So-
Damon and Elena.
Anyway, so. Oh, turn it off for a second.